Hello everybody, welcome to round number 2 of Tuesday Night Modern at GameSwap Mason, and also the Top Tech Productions Modern League. I'm Jake Valentine, joined by Matthew Minier.
Good to have you all.
We got Justin Gebing on the left with Guru Jeskai, the Jeskai control deck that runs the really expensive cards.
Yes.
Dakota Howell with Blue-Red Prison. Who do you like in this matchup, Matthew?
Depends on how grindy Justin can go, which is normally pretty grindy, and how quickly Dakota could potentially shut Justin off his mana base. I think they know what each other is playing. I heard a little chatter at the beginning. Justin said he just played the control mirror, and I think he's ready for this one.
To be fair, this is all Justin plays.
You want to look at the start from Dakota?
that
flooded strand of Misha's Bobble. Misha's Bobble.
That is a start from Dakota, and he's not going to crack any of these cards because there's a Wear of Vengeance in his hand. He wants to make sure he tutors up for something nice and spicy, and I think he has the option to next turn as well because this is second Mox Opal in this hand, so he can add the mana from Opal, play the second Opal, add more mana. That's 3 blue right there, as well as XXX. So he can get a Stern Bridge if he so chooses.
Yep. So it's not just Guru Jeskai, it's like Guru Masterpiece Jeskai.
It's a very expensive Jeskai deck.
Yeah.
But it is just flat out Jeskai control from Justin Gebing. Gebing. There's a Serum Visions. He's going to draw and then scry. I think he drew a Snapcaster Mage.
Logic not on top, other card on bottom.
Again, it is Jeskai control from Justin Gebing versus Dakota Howell and his Blue-Red Prison deck. We'll get the clock started for you momentarily as well. Is that a Tormod's Crypt there from Dakota?
Looks like it, yep. Very interesting. A lot of 0 mana artifact drops, all with activated abilities. Like Grafdigger's Cage even in the main.
Again, these 0 drops are for the Wear of Invention and just being able to control. They just happen to be really good cards against Justin.
Coincidental hatred.
Coincidental hatred, yes.
But the Grafdigger's Cage definitely has some pretty good matchups, but scenarios that I can shit out some decks. And here's a Crucible of Worlds off this Wear of Invention. Pretty interesting.
So Magic Dakota's plan here is to try to attack Justin's mana base.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's how Blue normally does it.
He could start milling Justin. He has the Ipnu Rivulet.
And with the Crucible of Worlds, you pretty much never run out of deserts.
No, you just keep getting Rivulet back.
Yep.
That, my friends, is a combo.
A grindy combo, one that takes multiple turns. But first he needs to lock Justin out of this game.
I mean, how does Justin... Justin has to play Ambush Viper at this point. All Dakota has to do is play a land. And he can do that continually with the Rivulet.
I mean, sure, but Justin he's playing a pretty heavy burn package. I think he has 4 Lightning Helix, 4 Bolt, or something, probably like 3 something.
That is true. Justin also has 3 copies of Cryptic Command in his hand.
And such, but
he has a Tolaria West being transmuted. That's what we get.
I wouldn't consider Dakota like completely just lock Justin out of the game until he has...
I think Dakota's favorite, but not a landslide favorite. He's going to the fair on this Tolaria West. We got the Inventor's Fair, put it into play. He has all the artifacts he could ever want.
Dakota could say like a Witchbane Orb or maybe an Ensnaring Bridge because, I mean...
Witchbane Orb would be pretty good.
Witchbane Orb's going to be a better earlier than
I like it a lot more than Ensnaring Bridge.
Yeah.
At most, Dakota takes, what, 2 a turn?
So there's like Snapcaster, Colonnade, are the things you're going to be worrying about. And he's going to take a peek at Justin's top card. Justin's going to draw it to Guru Island. Justin's going to pass turn back. He has Cryptic Command mana ready to go, as well as a Lightning Helix still in his hand. Dakota draws 2, one in his upkeep for the Misha's Bobble trigger.
One of the cards he drew was another Wear of Invention. He'll play the map.
This map can get a lot of utility lands, such as Ipnu Rivulet.
Also, not sure if he remembered his upkeep trigger on the...
He did, for the bobble.
So is he at 20? Or is he at 19?
I think he's at 19. I think he took a point of damage off the Rivulet.
Okay. Crucible of Worlds is going to get attacked by the Cryptic Command. In response, I think Dakota's going to Wear for Invention for another Crucible of Worlds. We'll see what he's getting. This is a Wear for 3. That is a Jester's Cap?
Yeah.
Let's pull that one up in the screen, because I don't think many people know what Jester's Cap does.
Okay, then.
That one is definitely a throwback. Dakota going deep with his deck, and he's knowing the place inside and out, too.
When was this reprinted?
I imagine it's going to be time-shifted. I mean, here's Jester's Cap's a 4-mana artifact, costs 2 tap to sack it, to look through target player's library and remove any free cards from those the game shuffle library afterwards. Put it in 9th edition, Ice Age, and from the vault. But 9th edition is the important one because that makes it modern legal.
Yep.
So Dakota has the ability to crack this Jester's Cap and exile 3 cards from Justin's library.
That can get rid of a lot. I mean, in this control list, you're not going to have that many win conditions, especially once you move to the sideboard.
I mean, Justin's going to have more than many just because he's a Jeskai version, so he can burn people out.
Oh, yeah, but it really dwindles on some of his potential game plans. And it also just lets Dakota get perfect information on what Justin's playing. Dakota
is going to crack the Jester's Cap, so here we go.
There's a Teferi in there. That's a good card. You can see, like, stop
Teferi. It's pronounced Teferi.
Teferi, also Jace the Mind.
Teferi, as in the fairy. Teferi, not Teferi. Teferi.
It can be either one.
No, it is not either one. Teferi.
What's up, DJ Kirk Better? Alright, so it looks like we're taking out the Teferis. Happy. And he's actually
Teferi. That's Teferi, Hero of Dominaria.
Alright, so Cryptic Command number 1. Are these exiled face up? Or
I believe so.
I'm not entirely sure. Because if you do like face down, Justin will obviously like figure it out later. I'm not sure.
Those just 3 Teferis you're just getting rid of.
Yep. Both of those. 1 Jace Mind Sculptor is what it looked like.
One of those cards is far more important to me than I feel like in this matchup. Teferi is able to tuck away the problematic cards on Dakota's side of the board and eventually exile everything, where Jace slowly but surely gets the job done in terms of ultimating. Yeah, Dakota zeroing in, getting rid of the Teferis. And another Cryptic, I believe, too, correct?
Okay. Did you get a good look at Dakota's hand?
Did not have the best luck.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I want to update players on standings. Chuck Bernardo won his match. Austin Frothy lost his match. Chuck has 24 points. Austin still at 19. Billy Caminos won his match. That puts him up to 21 points and currently in second place. Got Terrell Flowers no, he won his match. Andy Falk here lost his match. Obviously, we saw Phil win his match. Dakota and Justin both won their matches.
Dakota's going to burn down real quick. He's going to go down to 13.
Yep. Patrick Aguilar lost his match as well. So we're getting a clearer picture, and we'll update the standings for you as soon as we can later tonight. A clear picture of what things are going to look like after tonight for the league, going to the 4th and final round next week. So if you're Dakota here, you should have this Crucible in hand still, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
There's an Academy Ruins.
Pretty good land.
But how do you stop up this burn? Because this Crucible is going to counter 1,000%, right?
Okay. Dakota's at 14 apparently.
Draws a welding jar. Plays Academy Ruins.
He gained the life off of his.
Yes.
There. Okay. My bad.
He's at 14. Plays the welding jar. There we go.
Thinking about what he wants to do. I'm not entirely sure what else. All right, let's see. Crucible Walking List. Okay. We're not going to be playing that Walking List, so.
There's no Scape Shift tonight there. Gibjagi. Here is a Crucible of Worlds. And I imagine Justin will respond.
Alright.
Yeah, he's allowed to knock for a lot.
Yeah, well, he also knows like his graveyard at some point is going to get exiled by the Stormwatch Crypt, so better to use as much as you can right for now. De-incentivizes him to use the Stormwatch Crypt once you exile a lot of the cards out of it, which also means that this next Logic Knot, which you have in your hand, is more likely to not get interrupted by this.
But I mean, in theory, though, Dakota can just counter ruins back the Crucible.
Oh, yeah.
You'll take 2 Afflicted Elisha and draws a card. Dakota
I
down
think
to
Justin's
12.
fine with that. Justin just needs Dakota to slow it down. And if he's constantly trying to get back to this Crucible Worlds, then Justin has plenty of time.
But at the same time, Justin needs to find something to win this game, and he has to have the fairies.
He's currently just on the burn plan.
He's got 2 Cryptics, a Logic Knot, and a Path to Exile in hand. He's got a Bauble. And Dakota will draw from Bauble. Go to 13. Draw for turn.
So this life gain is actually helping out quite a bit.
Yes, he also drew another Wear of Invention.
Yeah, so I think it's put him like 1 bolt further away from Justin winning the game.
Yes. It's not a lot of life it gains every turn, but 1 is a lot when Justin's entire plan is to cast Bolt, Lightning Helix, and Electrolyze. And of course, Justin cannot flash any of these cards back currently with the Grafdigger's Cage that has been in play since turn 1 from Dakota. We're going to see some mana being tapped. That's 2 mana, 1 from the Opal, 1 from the Fair. Maybe.
We need triple blue for this word?
He wants to cast the explosives. The explosives for...
Yeah, for 2.
2. I'll give you one guess, Matthew, as to what this card is for.
Against what you're playing? Like, in this specific matchup or other decks?
In this specific situation.
Snapcaster, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. You did it. You did it.
You also hit Search Fair's Kanta if he's playing it. I'm not sure when Dakota looked through the deck.
You're so smart, man.
I know.
You're so gosh done smart.
But one of the best incentives for that, like currently in the meta, is just humans.
Yes. But here, as we mentioned, Dakota's really only worried about Justin burning some stuff and playing Ambush Viper, and this explosives gets rid of the Ambush Viper plan. Justin has to find enough burn spells.
Also, Grafdigger's Cage helps out with that.
Yeah. Justin can bounce it with the 2 Cryptics in his hand. He draws a Field of Ruin for the turn.
That full Field of Ruin was like $30 to $40 at one point.
Justin spares some expense for his deck.
Oh, sure. I was just saying that it's just an uncommon out of Rivals, and for whatever reason, I just started playing these decks.
Is a Field of Ruin play. What are we targeting?
Oh, it looks like the Academy Runes. Which, again, just slows him down from getting that Crucible into play. And he needs to activate it here to get the Crucible back.
Thank you, Kasich, for the follow.
Alright, so Crucible on top. I'm assuming it took Crucible, sorry, I was distracted by the follow.
Academy goes away for now.
Oh yeah, so with the Crucible you can get it back, but obviously Justin has the Cryptic Command to prevent that.
Yes.
So that could actually put Dakota just... I'm not sure how many other Crucibles he may or may not have in his deck, or Academy runs, etc., but...
Of note, too, though, Dakota had to shuffle his deck. So Crucible is not on the top of his library.
Yeah, so he can work for it, which will just get countered. It's kind of like a 2-for-1 almost.
So here's an untap. And then we're going to draw for Dakota. What do you want here? He's thinking about it. He's hoping for the best. He remembers getting some life, goes to 14. He draws a Flooded Strand, not what we wanted, but again, he's got that Weird Invention. But Justin also has some counter magic available.
Yeah. And again, like I think it was turn 2 when we said that Dakota's like 90% winning this game. And then one of the few things that we said that could win this game was like Colonnade and any Planeswalkers that just may.
There's a Colonnade.
But it's like we finally are seeing this now.
That's going to put a serious clock on Dakota from Justin.
Yeah, so then the answer for this was obviously Ensnaring Bridge. Which we may or may not be worrying for now instead of a Crucible. But
we're going to the Fair, first of all.
Alright, so we're getting the Crucible off the Fair. He's really set on the Crucible thing. And it's not a bad idea because that means that you're going to be hitting a land drop a turn, guaranteed. Which is really good. But...
Draw for turn is a Chalice at the boy. That's
pretty
good. That card's really late, though.
Oh, yeah, super late. But to be fair, it's also not the worst. If you put it on 4, that means no Cryptic Command, no Jace the Mind Sculptor.
There's no way you're going to resolve a Chalice on 4. He doesn't have 8 mana for it.
Oh, I mean like later, but...
What do you mean later?
What is he going to do with it on the early? So you can just go to like bolts and stuff, but you already know that Justin's off that game plan. He can't finish like that. He has to have this Colonnade.
This Crucible very quickly is countered by Justin's Cryptic Command.
Hashtag blame Jake. I like it.
We have a response from Dakota.
Fetching puts him down to 13. Another basic island.
You mentioned earlier, too, this Tormund's Crypt is not going to get any better than here now, because that makes Logic not
it's not
only
get
for
any better.
1. Let's see if he wants to use... Oh, boy. He's tapping that.
We're worrying... I think keeping the welding jar up is not... Like, it's not, like, necessary. I would rather keep up... or, like, tap the... Or is Crucible still on the stack currently?
Crucible's still on the stack.
Okay.
He's going to whir, and this Logic Knot is going to eat it up.
Yeah, so if we left up the... Yeah, we should have just activated this Tormon script, and we could have tapped the engineered explosives to help cast this whir.
But at the same time, he's still a mana short.
Is he? No, because he has like the 1 mana from the artifact left up. So if he tapped...
Yeah, but he has to crack this Tormon script. He cannot use the Tormon script to cast with Improvise if it's still in the battlefield. If he cracks it, it's not available for him to tap to Improvise.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You just tap the explosives instead.
But then Justin still has 3 mana open. He can Logic Knot for 1, and Dakota still has no way to pay for it.
Sure. Well, so what I'm trying to say is that he should have just done it like when we were talking about like turns and turns ago.
Justin, interesting, not going to attack with a Colonnade. Interesting play there. Dakota drew in a Snaring Bridge for the turn.
All right, yeah, so that's a good way to deal with this Colonnade.
Yeah, but it's going to Cryptic. 1,000% makes to get
Oh yeah, like he knows that chances of him resolving something are like very low. He's already gone through 2 Logic Knot, or 3 maybe even Logic Knots.
He's gone through 2 Logic Knots.
Okay, yeah. So Chalice for X equals 2. It's a pretty good bait, but Justin can still just put in the Snapcaster Mage, and then or he could Cryptic it if he so chooses. He probably wants to save the Cryptic though. That's what I would do. You can just flash in this Snapcaster Mage.
Yep. In comes the Ambush Viper.
I definitely want to target a spell, because if we bounce the Scrapdigger's Cage, we'll be able to cast it with a Cryptic, if we do like a counter bounce.
I don't think he wants to cash in this Cryptic here, though. That's not going on in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Draw for the turn is a Scalding Tarn. And Justin is going to get aggressive. Here's some mana tap. We're going to see a Colony activation and attack for 6.
He has Path Cryptic in hand, and Dakota obviously has an Ensnaring Bridge, which he would like to get out. So attack for 6 here would put him down to 5.
He's just going to take it.
Sorry, not 5.
7. He's just going to take it. He just cut the clock by a turn on himself. That's interesting. Pirate Spellbomb to draw.
Dakota's still in a pretty good position here.
Yeah, but if he cracks his explosives, he only takes 4, goes to 9. That gives him a whole other turn.
Yeah, personally, I would have gone ahead and fired off this Engineering Explosives. I'm wondering if he forgot about his Mox that could produce that mana since he only had 1 land untapped. But
I don't think he did. He's been playing this game way too effectively and proficiently, knowing the inside and out of his deck to make that kind of mistake.
So if he did crack this Engineering Explosives here, no more Snapcaster Mage, it gives him an extra turn. Justin allowing this Spellbomb to resolve, which will allow him to Cryptic Command this Ensnaring Bridge.
Then it could happen. Yeah.
Yeah, big counter here.
He's going to bounce the Chalice.
That's pretty interesting.
And he's just going to scoop him up.
Yeah.
He's just going to scoop him up.
Who conceded?
The coach just conceded. He wasn't dead.
Okay. Well, he counted the Ensnaring Bridge, so he didn't have a way to deal with the Colonnade, is what he was...
Yeah, but it's only 4.
Okay, sure. He probably said he had no outs left.
But he could have found another Crucible. He could have found... I'm not sure why they could have scooped.
I mean, yeah, personally I would have played it out. I'm not entirely sure what his list is. He must just thought he had no outs left. He was at 7, right?
Yeah, even if he doesn't kill the...
pass turn, Justin gets a turn, he would attack for 4.
4, 6, only takes 4 down to 3. But that goes in line 2 with him not using the explosives the turn earlier. It would have given him an extra turn to draw something.
Yeah, so
I'd imagine the prison deck is running more than one Ensnaring Bridge.
Yeah, Ensnaring Bridge.
Or Field of Ruin. Or Ghost Quarter or something.
Field of Ruin, Ghost Quarter. He also had maybe another Academy Ruins. Could have put it on top if he had that extra turn. That would help. Any like Whirs or something like that?
I can see an argument for him not having more Crucibles just because he's running so many copies of Wear of Invention. But
yeah. Well, I would think at least 2 Ensnaring Bridge, right? We only saw the first.
Yeah. I don't know. That was a little weird. A little quick of the draw there from Dakota to scoop it up. But Justin was able to get game number 1. That's an important one.
Yeah, especially because when you're sideboarding here for Justin, you're going to just bring in... I'm not entirely sure what his exact sideboard is, but he's going to want to bring in more threats.
I imagine he should bring in every possible creature and damage-dealing spell that he can.
Oh, yeah. against a prison deck, especially when you're playing control yourself. That's exactly what you want. Especially if you only saw the one ensnaring bridge. Like, with Dakota scooping there, I'd imagine he thinks there's...
Yeah, with Dakota scooping like that, it shows Justin, hey, maybe he only has one ensnaring bridge. There's only one thing I need to... Dakota put a bigger priority on
Crucible of the Worlds?
Crucible of the Worlds than the ensnaring bridge. It was a little interesting. He never also activated that Ibn Riverlet ever.
Never, yeah. Well...
That was really peculiar to me.
I think he had one turn where he could have done it. He would have lost it, and I don't think... He may or may not have had the Crucible out already, but...
He already did. Yeah, he had the ability to. He played Crucible, and then he got to untap. And
I think he was going for the Crucible, but at the same time, he wasn't, like, trying to get aggressive by mill or etc. And instead he was trying to get more of a control on the board state. And he didn't even activate the Tormod script. So it was very interesting lines of play from Dakota, but we'll see how he
I don't mind the Tormod script activation one. He still couldn't do the he still couldn't activate, or rather pay for Logic Knot the turn he could have crypted, and he used the crypt at a very opportune time to make sure that Justin had 2 cards in hand at the time, and this was it. I mean, he doesn't expect Justin to have Cryptic Command number 4 in his hand, but he happened to. It was number 4, yeah. Sure. He had 3 in hand. 1 was taken with the Gesture's Cap, and he already cast 2 of them. So it'll be interesting to see how these players go about game number 2.
Yep. Bolt, Electrolyze, Land, Snap.
That's a Etched Champion in Dakota's hand.
Judge Call from Justin. Might be a card that's not supposed to be in the deck or something.
Correct. So all this is going on. Again, we are giving away at 10 Eastern tonight. So 1 hour and 57 minutes from right now, giving away Estrid the Masked, the 2018 Commander. The entire deck, I can't pronounce anything tonight. Adaptive Enhancement. It is the Bant Commander deck.
Yep.
Featuring Estrid the Masked itself, as well as on the back of the box we see Octopus Umbra, we see Tuvasa the Sunlit, and we also see, let's see if you can pronounce this card.
No, there's no way. Arxmithes, Slumbering
Arxmithes, Slumbering Isle. Can you guess what plane that card is from?
Oh, I'll just be throwing out a random plane.
Yes.
We'll go with Dominaria.
Its name is Arxmithes.
Was I wrong?
It's Metheros.
Okay.
It is the most obviously Greek-sounding name.
I don't study Greek.
You never studied, like, ancient history?
No. It did actually remind me of an art from Theros, like the little... or someone... But hey, nah, I like Dominaria better. Dominaria was like had more things like that. But yeah, anyways.
I want to remind viewers, so Dominaria, of course, was part of the 25th anniversary of Magic.
Yeah.
Because it's one of the original planes where the original storyline took place.
Yeah, it was a super sweet set. I'd imagine...
Were you alive for any of the...
Kraken Island?
Were you alive for any part of the Invasion storyline?
Maybe? But anyways, turn 1...
What were you born again?
2002. So here's a land crack, get the island, and triple artifact start, one of those being an expedition map, so that should get us helpful land here. Ipnu Rivulet, Inventor's Fair.
For what it's worth, Invasion came out in October 2000. You are younger than Invasion Block. That makes me feel miserable. I feel terrible. Yeah,
so real quick, if you guys did in fact want to enter in this current giveaway, you can do !enter to buy a ticket. You can use 25 points per ticket. You can do !points to check how many points you currently have. It's going to be referred to as mana. 25 mana, aka points, per ticket. You can have a maximum of 10 tickets. If you want to go ahead and buy all 10 tickets for this giveaway, !tickets space 10 will get you that. And so
Dakota trying the turn 2 edge champion was met with a ceremonious rejection. Dakota also has no second land. Here is a Stony Silence, and now Dakota's in trouble.
I'm sorry, I missed it. Did he play another Mox to do that?
I believe so.
Okay. So yeah, so that was pretty bad.
A Chalice out the top.
It would have been good, but... And a Stony Silence. Yep, so that's some really good sideboard tech from Justin.
He had the ability to play an expedition map, and I think he will.
Yeah, he won't be able to activate it, but he will be able
to
use it for
play
improvise.
That's it.
Later on.
Yeah, Justin now untaps. He draws a lightning bolt. He's going to cast the Seer Visions. He's going to draw a card. He's going to scry 2 cards. We see an Injured Explosives and a Seer Visions. One will be on top, the other on the bottom. I can imagine this Explosives is staying on top. He plays a Glacial Fortress and passes it back. Dakota will draw. For what it's worth, between rounds, Matthew's playing lots of Hearthstone. Lump 72 mentioned they are 10 years older than a guy who they lost to at FNM, and they barely took their eyes off of Hearthstone. And you also did the same thing. So Justin drew his Engineer Explosives. Do you like doing it on 1 or 0 here? He's just going to pass the turn, actually. Actually,
I don't like either. I'd prefer doing it on 3.
It doesn't matter, because he cannot activate it.
Yeah.
So instead, Justin says, well, I'm just going to deal a bunch of damage to your face.
Regardless, I would still put it on 3. Get rid of Ensnaring Bridge, Crucible World. So those are the 2 things you actually care about right now.
Matt is a person you beat at the FNM, apparently. Or rather, you beat this person.
I beat them, or he beat me?
You beat them, 2-0. Here's a Sorcerer's Spyglass from Dakota. In response, Justin's going to fetch. We might see Electrolyze in the Bolt.
Lump 72 looks like a familiar Twitch name, but I don't know who you are. IRL.
It is a mystery.
Dakota at 11 right now.
And in trouble.
Yeah, lots of trouble. Let's see. Even if he does remove the Stony Silence, Justin could throw down an Engineer Explosives for 0 or 1, just in case if he gets rid of the Stony Silence. But I
don't think it matters. It just flat up doesn't matter.
So I would use the. All right, so here's Sorcerer's Spyglass. I would use the Electrolyze and Bolt way before this Engineer Explosives. You have Bolt, Snap Bolt, and an Electrolyze. That's a really quick clock. So he has a total of 6, 7, 8 damage next turn, unless if Dakota takes.
Yeah, he can do 7, untap, Snap Bolt.
Can we pull up Spyglass? I believe it's only activated abilities.
It is activated abilities. Don't need to pull up. It is a 2-mana Pithing Needle that looks at your opponent's hand. Dakota just scoops him all up. Sees that's a lot of damage coming to my face. That'll do it. Justin Gebing wins this match. 2 games to 0. Over Dakota Howell.
Very quick. The Stony Silence immediately shut Dakota out.
Yes.
Especially with the greedy attempt for the turn 2 Etch Champion. It got stuck on the Ceremonious Rejection, right? Was the
Ceremonious Rejection took care of
the double sideboard tech from Justin. Wrapped that game up really quick, so good for him.
Yeah, and Justin had the sideboard tech and the pressure to back it up.
So Justin's now 2-0.
Yes.
Going into this is currently the 3rd week of the Modern League. Week 4 will be next week, but that will advance him in the standings quite a bit, actually. So that's pretty good for him.
Justin came in tonight tied with Dakota at 15 points, and Justin's able to start tonight 2-0.
And that means, of course, Dakota is going to be 1-1.
Yeah, so Justin put himself in a good position to be live for some cash prizes. And, of course, for those that don't know what the Modern League is, every Tuesday night here at Top Deck Productions, we run the Modern League. It's $5 for all players to enter, and top 4 will win prizes. 3rd and 4th place will walk away with $25 for their trebles. That's not bad for a...
Yeah, especially if you're getting store credit prizes throughout the month.
Yes, that's correct. These are in addition to the store credit prizes from GameSwap Mason, so it's a chance for you to win cash on top of your credit. Yeah, 3rd and 4th, $25. 2nd place gets $50. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, and 1st place.
1st place gets $100.
Yeah.
That's not bad for a Tuesday night event, now is it?
Of course. And you also, normally, if you're doing well in these weekly events, you're going to get around $15 to $30 in-store credit.
Yes.
So after 4 weeks in that month, that adds up. So if you're getting 15 each week, that's a total of $60 in-store credit, as well as the cash prizes end of the month for the low cost of $5.
Yeah, if you think you're really good at Modern and you live in Cincinnati, then put your money where your mouth is. You can just free roll some Magic.
Or even if you just want to play Magic and then have a chance to win extra money.
Again, there's 38 people here tonight at GameSwap Mason.
Yeah, so the league definitely brings some big turnouts. Lots of people love to play in this. So far, great event.
Yeah, and of course, GameSwap Mason has plenty of table space.
Yes.
Friday nights is packed. They're doing
100 plus.
They're doing standard FNM. They're doing modern FNM. They're doing FNM drafts. They got table space in the back too
for
Commander. There's some Smash Brothers happening. Some Pauper players. There's plenty of space to play whatever you want at GameSwap Mason. Of course, 1065 Reading Road in Mason, Ohio, the northern suburbs of Cincinnati. So coming down from the area, let them know the stream sent you as well.
Of course, yep.
Let us know too. How many does your store get for FNM or even a Tuesday night? Because GameSwap gets a lot.
Yes, GameSwap, very excellent store, great staff, great overall management. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
and of course, Top Deck Productions.
Yeah, so we're streaming all the events they do here. And of course, those events include Tuesday Night Modern, which you're watching right now.
We'll go up and bring up the league standings.
Yeah.
Well,
just a refresher.
Yeah.
Just want to go over the events here quickly too. Tuesday Night Modern, Wednesday Night Standard, and Legacy now happening too at GameSwap Mason. Proxies for all reserveless cards. Thursday night is Modern Night again. And the Friday course is Standard, Modern, and Draft at GameSwap Mason. Here's your standings coming into the night. Again, Chuck Brendenfurter, he won his first round. Austin Farley did not. He played Infect, which is ad nauseum's by far worst matchup. And that's unfortunate for Austin because Billy Camitos won his round. Terrell Flowers won his first round. Andy Falk did not win his first round, nor did Patrick Aguilar. But Dakota, Howell, Phil Jones, and Jesse Gebing won their first round. So Jesse Gebing just won his second round. So he's keeping pace
Dakota
with everyone.
Yes,
Dakota lost. Yeah, Dakota's won one tonight. Justin 2-0. But Chuck really has a stranglehold so far on this field. Really he keeps winning. He's just going to win out.
Yeah, so
but Billy's right there.
Tonight, he might even lock it up.
He might lock up a placement.
Yeah, Billy's pretty close, as well as all the 15 points and 16 pointers. Depends on how well they do tonight. If they're going, these players are looking to go undefeated or 3-1 at worst.
Yeah, if any of those 15 pointers go undefeated tonight, they're going to put themselves in fantastic position. James Wynn won his round as well.
I believe if they end up less than 3-1, they're actually
they need a lot of help.
Yeah, they're going to need a. So if they go less than 3-1, so a 2-2 or a 1-3 or an XO. They will. Oh no, sorry, or an O and X. So 0 wins for the night. They will desperately need a 4-0 the following and final week of this modern event to place in the top 4.
Correct. So we will keep track for that for you throughout the evening. We'll try to update the standings between these rounds too, so let you get a clear picture on the screen in front of you to have an idea of where these players are. We'll try to make sure they're up to date as much as possible. That'll do it for number 2. We're going to take a little bit of a longer break.
Some bathrooms, some food.
Yes, bathrooms, some foods.
We'll be back
refuel and refresh.
Minutes.
Don't forget, 10 o'clock tonight, make sure you enter. Do exclamation point enter to be eligible to win the Estra the Mast Adaptive Enchantment Commander deck from us. Next week we're doing the Esper one.
And
after that we're doing Lord Windgrace, and the fourth one's will be Saheeli Rai. The next 4 weeks we're giving stuff away. Here, exclamation point enter to win to make yourself eligible.
Once, yes, you can check how many points you have. So again, it's 25 points per entry, and you get a total of 10 entries. So if you do exclamation mark points, you can see how many points you have. And if you have enough points and you do want to enter 10 times in this event, exclamation point ticket space 10. We'll go ahead and do that for you. And remember, if you are not here when we announce it at 10 o'clock, we will be redrawing a name after a short period of time.
You gotta be here to win, so we know where to send it to you tonight.
It's exclamation mark enter.
Exclamation mark enter.
Yep.
Of course, all you do is just watch, makes yourself eligible, be a follower, that makes yourself eligible, be a subscriber, that also makes yourself eligible.
That'll get you more points, which you can spend on this giveaway or future giveaways. And if you are curious in other commands we have currently, you can do exclamation mark commands, and I'll give you a list of all the commands. You reference with the stream elements commands. There's also some MTG bot commands, but the stream element commands will tell you all you need to know about giveaways.
Commands is what you're saying?
Yes.
So I typed
spelled
this
correctly too.
There we go. We can find all the commands at that website. Also, correct. It's exclamation point enter.
Yes. And again, if you do want to check your points, see if you are eligible to enter, if you have enough points saved up, exclamation mark points will do that for you. Again, we'll be back in about 23 minutes, and we'll see you guys for round 3.
Don't go anywhere.
Shortly.